Welcome back to another edition of Essay Style. I'm Hope Kelly. You know, we get a lot of opportunities to feature some of the most beautiful places around the Texas Hill Country. If the San Antonio Riverwalk is the crown of this magnificent city, then we've certainly found one of its jewels. Today we're going to take you on a tour of what's considered one of the most beautiful resort communities in the world, Tapatilo Springs Resort, just outside of San Antonio in the beautiful Texas Hill Country. Stay with us.
Clyde B. Smith, who had developed the Smitty's supermarkets in Phoenix and had sold those, looked all over California, New Mexico, and the hill country of Texas to find the perfect spot to build a golf resort. Clyde bought this working ranch, which was named Thunder Valley Ranch, for decades and decades. He developed an 88-room hotel, 18 holes of golf, the beautiful clubhouse, and it was a boutique resort. Now, since we purchased it in 1990, we've added 9 more holes of golf, another 100 rooms, a combination of townhomes, condos, and hotel rooms. We have a 10,000 square foot conference center so we can accommodate larger meetings and groups here at Tapatilo Springs. But what we've been able to do is keep that boutique feeling. When you come here, it's as if you're the only person or only group at Tapatilo Springs. And we emphasize what we do with our policy of personalized, enthusiastic, and complete service. At first, it was a tough haul because this little sleepy community had just not grown over this 9-year period since it opened in 1981. But as more people discovered Tapatilo and found that this was not just a resort but a community, things started happening in our real estate side. We now have about 200 homes here in the valley. We have a combination of condos, townhomes, single-family detached homes. We have lots ranging in price from $35,000 to $1.5 million. So we have areas in these valleys that are set aside for almost anyone's budget, whether it be a $5.5 million house or a $200,000 garden home. We have that here for them.
The reason people come to Tapatilo Springs, first and foremost, is our location in the beautiful Texas Hill Country. Second, it's our people. We have quite a few people that have been here since the resort opened in the early 80s, and you'll get to see them here every day. Jack's here every day, I'm here every day, and you get to know everybody on a first-name basis. We like to call ourselves the cheers of the resort industry.
Clyde Smith named this property Tapatilo Springs, and he's told me that Tapatilo is an Indian word for dancing, so it's dancing waters. And when you see these crystal clear lakes that we have on the property, and these streams that flow through the property, those are all spring-fed lakes, so that's the reason that they're so crystal clear. Tapatilo Springs is located 35 minutes from the San Antonio International Airport. We're actually about 20 minutes from the city limits on Interstate 10, just off of Interstate 10. Our community, at the time we bought it in 1990, seemed to be way out in the country. But over the last 12 years, we've grown closer and closer to San Antonio. We're only 30 minutes from the medical center, 25 minutes from great shopping, the Riverwalk of San Antonio, the Alamo, SeaWorld of Texas, the Missions of San Antonio. So if you were living here at Tapatilo Springs, you've got a lot of places to entertain your guests that come to see you here. From the standpoint of location, we feel like that we're perfectly located. We're close to the city, but we're country quiet. Because we're in the hill country, our atmosphere is a lot drier than San Antonio. Our humidity is much lower. In the winter months, we're 3 to 4 degrees cooler, but in the summer months, you can look for 10 degrees cooler than San Antonio. A few days ago, I was in the dining room looking out at the practice putting green, and there was a gentleman putting by himself. And I thought, well, I want to meet him. So I walked out and I introduced myself, and he introduced himself, and he was from Houston. And he said, I had just had a meeting at a fabulous resort in Austin. And it was beautiful. The service was good, the food was good. But when we were out on the golf course or doing an outdoor event, you could hear those cars running up and down the highway. And he looked at me and he said, listen. you don't hear anything but the birds chirping. I think that's so important to the atmosphere of Tapatio Springs, is the country quietness of it. Tapatio Springs Golf Course has been rated in the top 10 resort courses in Texas every year since 1991. And we're competing with some awesome golf courses around the state, so we're real proud of that rating that we get.
Tapatio Springs Golf Resort and Conference Center is unique other than any other golf courses in this area. We offer 3 golf courses that have different varying skills for each golf course.
The Golf School at Tapatio is a wide range of clientele. The youngest student we have currently is 5 years old and the oldest is 87, so we cover the full gamut, and we have classes going anywhere from about a half hour to full 2-day golf schools and clinics.
We came here from Southern California, where we'd lived in Coto de Caza and Rancho Santa Fe, some real upscale, nice communities, golfing communities. And I'd never heard of Tapatio Springs. A realtor brought me out here, and I took one look when we came over the hill and drove into the valley, and I said, I got to get to know more about this place. And we found a wonderful golf course. We've got 27 holes now. It's very challenging, it's very fun to play. A wonderful hotel, dining room, and the neighbors are fantastic. So we've really found a home, and we're not going. When I retire, we're going to stay right here.
Besides our 27 holes of championship golf, Tapatio Springs has quite a few amenities. We have fishing, swimming, 2-let tennis courts, exercise room, steam room. You can get a manicure, facials here. We have hiking and biking trails. And a lot of people like to come to Tapatio Springs, bring their favorite book, and just enjoy the outdoors. It's a good place to relax and get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Besides the sports activities at Tapatio Springs, one of the new additions is our new 10,000 square foot conference center. This has provided us the opportunity to go after larger conventions, corporate meetings, state association, and social events. We have an additional 7,500 square feet of meeting space, with also breakout rooms and rooms that can accommodate from 30 to 60 people.
When we come back, we're going to tour this beautiful residential community. Don't go away.
Our focus as we go forward with this 1,800-acre development, now that we've added 400 acres to it, is that we want people to understand that this is a community. This is a planned development. And if you said, what is the ratio between the importance of the conference center and hotel versus the residentials? Well, our conference center sits on about 200 acres of this property and those amenities that support that. Our development is going to be 1,600 acres. One of the things that my son Jay and I have tried to do is develop this property but not make it such a high density that the houses are on top of each other. So we've decided to develop amenities in the valleys and develop homes on the ridges. Now, to support that, we are the only development outside of a city that I know of in the hill country where you can buy a lot, construct your home, and have all of the amenities that you'd have in a city. We have all underground sewer, water, cable television, electricity, but you don't have to pay those city taxes out here in the hill country. The city of Boerne is only 4 miles from Tapatio Springs. Visitors that come to San Antonio all plan to spend a half a day or a day in Boerne just doing the antique shopping, seeing all the unique sights that are there for them to see, and dining in some of the wonderful restaurants that they have in Boerne. The Boerne School District is one of the most well thought of school districts in the state of Texas. Now, my son Jay could send Alex and Hannah and Jackie to any school they'd like to, but they elected to send them to the Boerne Public School because it's a no-nonsense school. It has a high scholastic rating.
Well, we built in Tapatio Springs after looking everywhere in the country, in fact, almost all over the world, and we built here because of the natural beauty of the area. We have the spring-fed lake, the limestone bluffs, and to us, it seemed like the best part of the Texas hill country. We believe that it is.
She made me look all over the world, and we could have lived anywhere at the time we built this. We wanted to be far enough away from San Antonio's traffic. It's a beautiful valley and great views and good people.
We've lived many different places in the world, and met many different people of all different cultures. And I can honestly say, I think the number one thing that we love the most about Tapatio is the people. The environment is magnificent, the scenery, I mean, even on a rainy day, it cheers you up just looking out on this gorgeous golf course and the surrounding mountains. But when it gets really down to it, it's the people that surround you that make it the best place we've ever lived.
There's still a lot more of this Texas Hill Country resort community to see. Don't go away.
One of the unique things about Tapatillo Springs is we find that the majority of the people that live here first came to Tapatillo Springs as a resort guest. They like Tapatillo Springs so much that they've decided to buy a second home here, bring their families here, and retire here. If you play it, you'll love it and you'll live it. You'll decide to come to Tapatillo not for a day, but for a lifetime.
Tapatillo Springs is hosting the 2003 Parade of Homes. It'll be in a new garden home subdivision overlooking the resort. This will be the first time the Parade of Homes has been outside the city limits of San Antonio. The advantage having it out here will be a lot of the communities in the surrounding areas, Kerrville, Fredericksburg, and a lot of the hill country will be able to come to it that probably would not in the previous years. The parade site will feature 12 builders. These 12 builders are from the local San Antonio and Bernie area. These particular garden home lots are approximately 65 by 120 feet. They will be overlooking the beautiful Tapatillo Springs development. Tapatillo Springs offers a wide variety of real estate product, from condominiums, townhomes, garden homes, and of course new custom homes, resale homes, and lots. Most of these properties have a tremendous view of the valley and the golf course.
The foundation for Tapatillo Springs being the absolute ultimate as far as a community to live in and a golf resort to visit and play in is the natural beauty of this place. You can go to a lot of major resorts that are very, very exclusive and expensive. When you look around Tapatillo Springs, you see nothing but natural beauty. I've had guests say that this is the only golf course they've ever played where they can stand out in the middle of the golf course and turn around to 360 degrees and you see nothing but natural beauty.